Hey, what's going on guys, First Tech Up here. So what you're seeing right here is the footage between the Tecno Camon 12 and the Infinix Note 6. Straight up, both phones shoot video in 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second, and I can boldly say it can never get much better than this at this price point. This is basically what it looks like to shoot a video using the front-facing camera on both devices. As you can see here, the sky is completely blown away on both devices, though I like the skin tone on the Infinix Note 6 here than the Tecno Camon 12. I can't really tell which one is much better here right now because the Infinix Note 6 here uses an AMOLED display while the Tecno Camon 12 uses an IPS display, and it's a 720p display for that. And that might also trying to confuse me thinking the Infinix Note 6 is better than the Tecno Camon 12. Okay, let's go ahead and run. Let's see what happened. Okay, so as you can see also, there is no video stability or stabilization on both devices, but they are not that bad, though the sky is still completely blown away. It's okay. Alright, so do let me know what you think about both devices in the comment section below, and watch out for the audio icon to know which device has audio. Okay, let's switch to the rear camera and see what happened. Okay, on the rear camera, I would say high dynamic range is great on both devices, but the Infinix Note 6 looks a little more natural or true to life here. While the Tecno Camon 12 has a higher saturation level, colors appears a little more contrast on the Camon 12, and it is the one with a more vibrant look here. Some people might actually prefer that. In terms of overall video quality, I'll say both devices perform about the same. I have a feeling both phones use the same sensor. I mean, both devices have a exact camera setup behind, which is a 16 megapixels main sensor, an 8 megapixels ultra wide sensor, a 2 megapixels depth sensor, and even the selfie camera is the same on both devices. When it comes to video stability or stabilization, both devices are lacking behind. The footage is not stable, so if you're serious about making videos with these two phones, you have to get yourself a tripod or a gimbal. So let's move on to a more practical usage of these two devices, which is daytime or well-lit photos, because this is what the majority of people use their smartphone to do. Nothing drastically has changed between the two, but you can see the constant saturation and vibrancy of the Camon 12. Both devices perform quite similar when it comes to details and sharpness, but the Camon 12 has a slight lead in details and it pops. The Infinix Note 6 has a natural look to its images. When I crop in 5 times, you see that the Camon 12 maintains more details than the Note 6. I think noise reduction algorithm is heavy on both devices, hence image appear softer than I might like it to be. On this particular image here, high dynamic range is decent on both phones, although colors are well maintained on the Infinix Note 6. If you look at the walls and the flowers, you'll see how balanced the colors appear and they look a little natural. On the flower image here, you can see the saturation and contrast level is high on the Camon 12 image, although both still look pleasing to the eye. The Camon 12 favors the skin tone a little more. The AI processing engine makes the skin tone appears vibrant than the Infinix Note 6, while the Infinix Note 6 on the other hand stays closer to real life looking images. The ultra wide angle lens does a pretty decent job on both phones, though details aren't that much. It is just okay. On the wide angle shots, high dynamic range is somewhat manageable, and I can't complain too much because even devices that are more expensive than this still struggle in this area. If you are thinking of capturing a distant object with same quality you expect from a closer object, then you're out of luck here because you lose huge amount of quality when you zoom in or up to 10 times crop. Portrait images appear decent on both phones but lack strong details. The Camon 12 image appears a little brighter with huge saturation level, while the Note 6 appears darker, but the Note 6 takes the lead. It looks a little natural and colors are well maintained. Edge detection is decent on both devices and the overall images are good. On the selfie side, things get a little better with the Camon 12. It is vibrant and well saturated. HDR is better on the Camon 12 and the overall selfie images is much better than the Note 6. The Note 6 images are decent as well, though it lacks good high dynamic range. The sky is completely blown away and the image aren't as vibrant. When it comes to details, the Note 6 is slightly ahead here, but the punchy and vibrant image of the Camon 12 compensate for that, and that is what a lot of people will prefer. Portrait shots on the selfie camera are slightly better on the Infinix Note 6. The images have more details and colors stay consistent in maintaining a natural look. The Camon 12 images aren't too far off. The images are vibrant and punchy, but then it lacks the fine details of the Note 6. Both suffer from a good high dynamic range. The sky is completely blown away on both phones, but the overall image is somewhat manageable on both phones. Night or indoor shots are not something you should rely heavily upon, but it yields a good result with the flashlight. I would say just turn it on for a much better result. So after viewing the selfie video on my computer, I was able to tell which was better. While they look nearly identical and both lack good high dynamic range, the Note 6 has a slight edge when it comes to details. If you are a type that takes vlogging seriously, just don't expect too much from both phones. So that is it guys, both phones performs well in their respective areas. In most cases like video recording, the Camon 12 offers desired footage while the Note 6 tastes natural. On still images, both phones perform well, but the Camon 12 selfie images were much better. I'll say you can never go wrong with any of the two. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section below, let's discuss. Like and share this video to help someone make a purchase decision, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye bye.